Welcome to another episode of Generational Investors. I'm your host, Coach Flo. And if you're new to the channel, would you mind hitting the like, share, and subscribe button to get all notifications and content that I'll be dropping. And today, I want to talk about a very important subject that is prevalent to what's going on with inflation, with layoffs after layoffs and budget cuts. The 50-30-20 rule. For those who may be familiar with this rule and those who are new to this rule, this is set percentage with 50 of your needs that we want to break down. It goes into the household. 30% that your wants that's part of the household, and 20% towards your financial future. Okay, so I want to share this important my take, and how important it is to budgeting. Okay, so let's start with the 50%. Okay, so the 50%, we know that mortgages, rent, all these things, insurance, groceries, healthcare, utilities, all these different things are fixed. Okay, fixed. And what I mean by fixed, most mortgage and rent is always the same amount every first of the month. Every first of the month, whatever that amount is, that is automatically given. And with inflation that has been pegging our economy for the last year or so, beginning of last year and going into this year, things are very expensive. And food, that's another bill that is very expensive. Groceries, eggs, milk, gas, of course, healthcare, utilities, light bill, gas bill, all these different things are that 50% that takes a big chunk out of people's opportunity to do other things, whether it's vacation, whether it's going out to eat, whether it's any type of entertainment. All these different things play a role with this 50%. And of course, with inflation being the way it's doing right now, one of the things when it comes to this 50% is cutting back on some things. And cutting back on some things, it might not be as easy as it sounds, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's a lot of different things you can cut back on in order to free up some extra income. Okay, so whether it's dialing back from the gym, whether it's commuting, depending on the job situation, whether it's seeing if you can negotiate a raise, depending on job performance, all these different things can help when it comes to this 50%. That's right off the top. Other things to consider: buying in bulk when you go into the grocery stores. Also looking for coupons, discounts, things that's going to help with this 50%. Okay, so let's get to the 30%, the wants. Okay, any type of entertainment, of course, going out to eat, concerts, going out for drinks, all these different things that you can not necessarily eliminate, but you still can cut back. There's nothing wrong with going out to eat, going out to get some drinks, going to concerts, movies, different types of hanging out spots, but it comes to a limit where you have to cut back. Sometimes you might have to tell your friends, family members, hey, this time we might not be able to hang out with you guys this weekend, okay? Because we're working towards something, and when you're working towards something, sometimes you got to sacrifice. So there's nothing wrong with going out to eat and all these different wants that you have, but also remember you have a bigger picture in mind, and that is working towards your financial future, which leads me into the 20%. The 20% have to set aside some goals and look at what is a certain amount that I'm willing to spend, because we talk about budgeting, right? So we talk about budgeting, you got to look at, okay, what is my income and what is my outcome? Okay, so if my outcome is more than my income, okay, then it's time to see what can we cut back on. And so with the 20%, a part of this pie is you want to pay down debt. Pay down high credit card usage as much as you can, especially with this being tax refund season. Whatever amount you can get, if you can just pay the highest interest credit card usage, that can be a starting point, okay? Also, just building up your savings, okay? Build up your savings. Typically, analysts say you should save between 3 to 6 months, and that's minimum. With this inflation that's going on, you really should be saving 6 to 12 months if you can help it. 6 to 12 months, because with layoffs, with budget cuts, all these different things that's going on, you have to plan for a rainy day. Always plan for a rainy day, because you just never know when emergencies happen. Your car might act funny, you need to get some parts on that, and that is typically you go to dealerships and different types of auto mechanics. Things are very expensive. Tires, those are expensive. So those different things that you want to work towards in this 20%. So saving percentage of your paycheck, saving for a rainy day, saving for just in case emergencies happen, because emergency is going to happen, which is called life. Nothing is perfect, and we all know that anything happens, especially if you have kids. They can get sick, so you always want to have a cushion set amount. And so I'm encourage you guys to look at this 50-30-20, okay? 50-30-20, and seeing how can you budget, okay? Budget is going to take you a long way. We taught in society to consume, buy. They sell us all these different commercial advertisements, get the new this, get the new phone, get these new shoes. But if you're working towards something and you keep the bigger picture in mind, savings, investing will set you up for freedom, and will set you up in a way that you couldn't even only imagine. Okay, so with this 50-30-20, this rule can be applied at a simple, just taking simple steps. It's not easy, but you are setting yourself up, and you're not just setting yourself up, you're setting your future self up. Along with, if you have any kids, you're setting them up to teach them what it's going to take to get to this financial freedom that we are working towards as generational investors. Okay, so I wanted to just say, continue to be positive, continue to stay focused, stay disciplined. And if you're new to the channel, I encourage you guys to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. I appreciate the time, and I look forward to checking with you guys in the next video.